Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your extra daily dose of skill, and today we are going to play with KV-1SA, the tank which we're gave for well-deserved rewards. I never played with it, never heard about its existence, but hey, listen, I am not looking into the gifted horse teeth, you know, simple as this. So how this mother trucker is looking like, this tank has auto reloader by the looks of it, right? And it has 5 in the magazine. By the looks of it, less of the shells you have in the magazine, faster it's reloading, right? Aka, you are shooting once, you are reloading long, you are unloading your clip, you are reloading relatively quick. Yeah, this is very, very interesting. 10 seconds to get your last shell in. That is quite weird. Anyways, now, speaking of the gun, 110 alpha damage, nothing too crazy, nothing unusual, 120 millimeters of penetration, and if you are loading gold, you are getting extra 30 millimeters of penetration pretty much with the same shell velocity. This is looking like very interesting thing, but my biggest question is, why? Hear me out. Usually well-deserved rewards are to touch people memory lane, if you know what I mean. This tank touches me in, I don't feel this tank, you know. It never was in the game. I am not familiar with it, so I don't really see the point of this vehicle being the well-deserved reward, right? But once again, maybe it's only me, and maybe you have a bit different understanding than I do for this, right? Anyways, let's see what this tank is capable of doing. That would be 1, that would be 2, that would be 3, that would be 4, and that would be garage. Okay, very, very interesting. Extremely interesting, fellas. There is one not so interesting thing, though. And you might wonder what. Well, the thing is, KV-1SA is trying to be aggressive towards me. This is not exactly what I'm looking for, but that's what we have. You know what? I think I am going balls in. Now, we will figure out, is it a good decision or not so much? And at this point, I need to fully unload. And now we are just simply bursting him like there is no tomorrow, right? That's what we are going to do. Yeah, not the smartest idea. Okay, hear me out, fellas. The first game is just for me to touch how this vehicle is looking like. This is literally the first game I ever played with this tank, and it looks very, very, very interesting. Obviously, that was a stupid decision to go in front of everyone. I know there is sniper schnitzels in the back. I know there is people here. That's not the point. That's my first touch for this vehicle. That's okay. Let's see the score and let's go for seconds. Okay, fellas, first pancake definitely looks burned. It's completely fine. I tried to figure out how this vehicle is looking like, and the whole performance is definitely far away from being okay. We did only 1000 damage, which is completely fine, and our Churchill carried the game. Good for him. All in all, we made 42,000 profits. That is okay. For first 2 minutes of the game, just to figure out how the tank is behaving, that is okay. Let's go for seconds, and second is going to be so much better. I'm speaking about the game, so let's go. Okay, second game, Empire's Border Standard Battle. Okay, let's see what we got. So, first things first, I believe we are going to make a bit of pressure over there. What do I mean by saying that is Julia 2 is where I want to play. The main reason why I'm not going to go up here, because it's just simply not worth it, and it is not the greatest idea in my humble opinion. And speaking about going like this, I don't really think it is worth it either. Now, looking where our team is heading, maybe I do not want to be aggressive anyhow in this situation. What do I mean by saying this? Maybe sitting somewhere here is going to be the best idea. You know what? I changed my plan. There is no point for me to be involved here on the corner. Why would I do that? It doesn't make any sense, does it? So, we are going to prepare our safe defense parameter. We are going to knock some trees down just like so. And by knocking trees down like this, we are going to have more bushes for ourselves, so our camo will last better, right? Here we go. Look at this. Very, very thick bush here. we can play. Plus on top of that, since I have a bit time, I am going to knock the trees here as well, so whenever I'm retreating, I'm going to have some kind of bush cover as well. Look at this beauty. Very, very thick bushes. Nice. This is what I want to see. Now, once again, there is no point for us to be super aggressive. Why so? Because we do not know how many heavy tanks they have there. If they have 3 heavy tanks, I am pretty much doomed. And look at this. This is probably the case. Enemies might have more forces here, and that is alright. Let's chill. I'm not entirely sure how this vehicle would behave for sniping, if you know what I mean. Ooh. Levhaj just said hello for our Panzer. Unlucky Panzer, I would say. Very hard game. There is no point for me to be aggressive. That is the whole point of all this. Sometimes it is so much better to be more patient and just to wait until enemies will mess up instead of going in front and messing up myself, you know? That's the thing. Okay. Okay, big boy. Hi. Okay, let's start banging them, I guess. In fact, whenever... Oh, this is exactly what I said. Fellas, this is exactly what I said. If they have a lot of forces here, we are going to be in humongous trouble. And this is exactly how the things are looking like. Okay, let's go on the full reload at this point. And I think I am going to escape from here even more. Skill, what do you mean you are going to escape even more? Well, once again, do the simple maths, fellas. What do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guns. I am only alone here. Plus on top of that, there is a humongous chance our artists are not even paying attention into the mini-map, right? So it is just simply better to take a bit safer of the defense parameter, and whenever they will get involved, then we are going to start bursting them. So that's all. We are okay. We are truly alright. After that, we are just running like this. Okay, we have our escape route. That is alright. And at the same time, we can clip someone out in pretty much 10 seconds. Because we have 5 in the magazine, so we can do 550 alpha damage. And after that, we are running away, right? That is the whole point. Obviously, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I understand the game is 2-8, you know, I know you cannot win them all. I am very, very well aware of that, but sometimes, you know, you do not really have any other choice, do you? Actually, I am not thinking about escaping at this point. I don't even think about escaping. Our artists are trying to beat the living crap out of them. That would be 1. That would be 2. And that would be garage. I said that would be garage. Okay, good. Very, very good. Huh. Very, very hard one. I'm not extremely happy and flabbergasted about this, but once again, we need to accept that. Hi there. Beautiful. Yeah, looking into this situation, fellas, I believe it's fair to say enemies have a humongous advantage over us. By saying enemies have humongous advantage, they are winning the game, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. I'm trying to escape from this Panzer. Oi, oi, Panzer has full HP. Nothing to do. Okay, looking into this game, once again, I don't really think we can blame the tank here. Enemy team was so much better, and probably this Panzer slaughtered our team like there is no tomorrow, because this Panzer 5-4 is like literally tier 6 in the tier 5 matchmaking, right? Speaking about how we played this game, am I happy? I am actually happy with my performance. I know it wasn't a good solution to keep making pressure to the heavy line. It's not worth it. We do not have enough guns. Our heavy tanks went on the open field, so what do you want me to say, right? There is nothing to say in this situation, so here we go. We finish it with 1,300 damage. Once again, not ideal, but this is the first sniff of the tank in the first place, and we broke even because I fired quite a bit of gold. Okay, round number 3, let's go. Okay. Last game, Province Standard Battle. So far, fellas, after playing 2 games, well, this is the 3rd game with this tank, I don't feel anything for this tank. I don't feel like I love it, I don't feel like I hate it. I understand the tank has potential in certain situations whenever, let's say, your team is losing significantly and they're moving one by one and giving you enough time to fully reload the clip. But fellas, fully reloading the clip is taking 35 seconds in the tier 5. Let's get real, most of the tier 5 matches are not taking that long, right? So that is the biggest question mark. It is unique tank. I don't really think game ever seen something like this before in the tier 5. But in the same time, I just simply cannot say this tank is epic and this tank is the game changer. And if you do not really have this tank, you are losing a lot. I just can't say that. I am sorry, I just cannot, you know? That is the thing. Also, speed on the paper is like, what, 46 or 50 kilometers per hour with turbo, but it's going very, very slowly. So I think Grousers might actually be even better deal for this tank, but I haven't tested it out yet, you know? I am testing the things out now. Eventually, I believe we are going to mark this vehicle, but at this point, there is no need for us to rush and to panic overall. So, first things first, what do we want to do? We want to eliminate everyone sitting here. That would be 1, that would be 2, that would be 3. Oi, oi, I am feeling like I'm in the kindergarten. I am feeling like I am in the kindergarten. And fellas, this tank is going against all auto-loader or auto-reloader standards. You do not want to keep anything in your magazine. You don't want to do that. You want to fully unload and keep fully unloading. The main reason being why am I saying so is because this tank is reloading quicker if you have less in the magazine, right? So once again, this is quite weird stuff. But this is how this tank is working overall. So, yeah, also one more thing. I do not really think you can play against the tanks like Churchill 3 or something unless you have full magazine. And even then, when you have a full magazine, you want to think twice. Do you want to really get involved to that level to go on the Churchill 3 because he's reloading like 2 seconds for 1 shell, which you are taking, let's say, 2.5 between the shells. So this is going to be a nice showcase of how it looks like. Look at this. I am going for him, and even though I have auto-loader, he is reloading quicker than I do reload between the shells, right? As you can see that yourself. So this is quite uninteresting stuff, to say that the least. At this point, I am just simply going to wait until I will have couple in the mag, and after that I am going to keep pushing on this gentleman. In fact, I will have 4 in the mag. Actually, no, 3 is more than enough. Let's go. If you are wondering what is the weak spot of the Churchill, the weak spot of the Churchill is the turret. That's why I am trying to aim there all the time. And all in all, it looked like okay situation for us at this point. I definitely cannot say it is a bad game, right? We made it work. Also, to be fair with you, armor treated us pretty well against the Churchill, but in the same time, I have a question. Did Churchill use it auto-aim? Because if he used it auto-aim, that's probably the reason why he bounced everything. Plus, on top of that, he haven't shot the gold ammunition either. Probably guy wants to make as much credits as he physically and possibly can. Now, in those situations, that is very, very good. You are meeting the tank straight in the face and you are spanking him like there is no tomorrow. One more thing to highlight in this situation. I have autoloader and I'm reloading as quick as this guy reloads without autoloader. So yeah, this tank is not epic, I can promise you that. Whenever we are going to come up with the ratings in the index page, this tank is not going to be epic. That is a fact. It's just not. I don't think it is horrible. I don't really think it is unplayable, but it is not as good to be in the epic category by any shape or any form, you know? That is the truth. Meanwhile, Mr. Matilda, hi. Okay. That's fine. He can take as long as he wants. Longer he's going to take, more in the magazine I'm going to have. So it's not necessarily bad. Bad aim by me. Oi, 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 oi. Our martyr. He went for it. He definitely did. Also, one more thing. This very well could be a Swanker game. Well, at least I hope so. At least this is what I am hoping for. This Matilda behaving like such a good bait, and our team is taking it. And our team is taking this bait. Now, speaking about our view range, we do not have any view range whatsoever. That's why I would consider play with this tank with a binus. Just because view range is so kaku now. Okay, I can tell you one thing. It is not worth for us to go and capture the base. It's just simply not worth it. It is waste. Literally waste. So instead of doing that, I am going to take this side here. And hopefully we can spank everyone who will try to make a bit of pressure like this. This is what I'm hoping for. Okay, Mr. Lochs. Looks outspotting me. Now the question is where this mother trucker is sitting at. I don't really think anyone else could outspot me. Now long range sniping, fellas. Lucky me. And at this point I am going to go for a gold spam. I really want to win this game and I really want to secure the ace wanker for obvious reasons. In fact, actually Panzer 5-4 could outspot me as well. You know what? I am going to relocate a bit. Skill, I have a question. Where are you going to go? So I am trying to think one step ahead, and obviously this Panzer could easily come back for a base defense like this or spam defense like this. So what I would rather do, I would rather sit somewhere around this area and simply wait until enemies will try to push like this down to cap the base. Also in the same time, remember my words, I would not act surprised if this Mr. Churchill is going to meet this Panzer 4-5 somewhere over there. I really would not act surprised, because this Panzer, I am so good, fellas. I am so good. Look at this beauty. Panzer is sitting here. Okay, nice. So what could happen now? Mr. Churchill in the open field. Hello there. Now I will wait 100% until I am going to fully aim, right? For obvious reasons. We want fully aim. Beautiful. One more. Bam. Unfortunately, I'm missing this. Doesn't really change anything. Okay, what I want to see now, Panzer moving like this. There is a big chance Mr. Panzer might try to do this stunt, and he is. Okay, Mr. Panzer, not bad, buddy. Now we know where Mr. Panzer is, and we know we are not spotted at the time. If this Panzer is going to peek like so, which there is a big chance he might, we are going to be fine. The thing is, with this Panzer, all I need to do, I need to hit him in the turret. That's all I need to do. And I know his weak spot. I'm not entirely sure how much he knows about me knowing his weak spot, but it is alright. The worst part of all this is our Churchill is a bit of the tourist, right? This is a bit of the hard thing for us to deal with. It's okay. All good. Now let's try to go up. Two guys are capping the base. At this point I need to figure out how I could kill both of them. And this is going to be quite a journey. Okay, Churchill is capping the base and Panzer is capping the base. Okay, that's what we know. We have 20 seconds. We need to get involved, otherwise it's game over. KV-1 is sniping from the back. Okay, fine, fair enough. Now we know. Oh. I need to decap. I need to kill him, and I failed. I did my best, fellas. I did my best. They managed to get close, and this Panzer won the game for enemies. Such a beautiful play. I cannot be mad about this. I can only congratulate them playing better. This Panzer did such a great thing because I did not realize it in time. He is going like this. If I would have relocated here, I would caught him moving like this and he would be dead. After that, I am spanking this Churchill like there is no tomorrow. Shame. Could have been so much better, but in the same time it is showing the potential what this vehicle actually can do whenever stars are aligned. Fellas, I'm not going to cry over 3000 for a tier 5 game. Absolutely never, ever, ever. I am feeling very, very good and very solid about this. So even with the defeat, we got a solid ace wanker, which is yib yib hooray. Thank you very much. 3000 damage, 800 assisting damage. Kudos for this KV-1, but he's not a winner of this game. This Panzer is. This Panzer did everything properly, and that's why he is winning this game. So, GG for him. All in all, we made quite a bit of the profits as well, considering we did not spam at the full gold, right? And all in all, it is interesting tank. I don't think it is broken one, but I don't think it is the best tank either. And our performance is 1,800 damage and 350 assisting damage. That is all right. So here you go. My first look into the KV-1SA. I know I am quite late with all of this, but I cannot change absolutely anything. This tank was in my list for quite some time, but last week I was just simply out of the game, you know, out of being myself. Anyways, no complaints, no regrets. That's the first impressions of the KV-1SA. Probably it's going to be rated as a good vehicle. Probably. So yeah, thank you very much for watching and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.